Hi, world. Still trying to figure out this laptop contraption. Anywho, day 2 of my no smoking adventure. Let's see here. I so far I've received good positive feedback. I had someone send me a message. Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement and the ideas. Unfortunately, I quit smoking before I started. Well, I guess it'll be unfortunate. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I quit smoking before I started this, and I can't go buy another pack of cigarettes because if I smoke another cigarette, like I'm gonna smoke cigarettes. I'm not gonna quit. So, although I do appreciate the encouragement and the advice, I can't do that portion. I will. I am into your other portion. Your second idea that you gave me, I actually believe that and actually practice that in other areas of my life. For those of you that don't know exactly what I'm talking about, you'll see probably later on today. I'm going to try and record more videos today. Yesterday, I was just off work and at the house, and that's kind of, awkward to be like, oh, hey, let me do my video real quick of, we're not smoking, craving a cigarette over here, let me go do my video. It has helped, though, I guess, with the cravings. I guess I just replaced my whatever with something else. I own my vape. It was a present. I can't quite remember where I got it, but I am going to figure out where they bought it from, and I'll let you guys know. I mean, it's a nice vape. Excuse me. It doesn't in any way, shape, form, or fashion feel like a cigarette. I figured out how to hit it to where I guess it somewhat feels like a cigarette. But as for the not smoking part, yesterday was hard. Yesterday was really hard. I've been crazy. So crazy. I just want a cigarette. Let me give you the backstory to me so maybe you guys can understand why I'm an avid cigarette smoker. First of all, I am from the South. Although I do not have an accent, I've been away from my hometown for about 5 years now. So I've lost my accent. However, I am from an extremely small town in Tennessee called Ashland City. Represent. It's a small town outside of Nashville. So I was raised in the South. Everyone smokes. My mom smoked. My grandparents smoked. My dad smoked. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Thank God my brothers aren't smoking cigarettes. From what I know, if you smoke cigarettes, little brothers, I will hunt you down. Anyhow, very hypocritical. I do apologize, but I'm from a really small town, so if any of you know anything about small towns, everybody smokes cigarettes in the South. Everybody smokes cigarettes. I mean, it's just something that we grew up with and we're accustomed to. So I'm sorry, I know my hair looks insane, but it's my morning wake up call. But anyway, so being born and raised around cigarette smoke my whole life, whenever I was young, I hated small cigarettes. Everyone, I was the kid that no one would have thought would end up smoking. But I grew up, I guess, and I had a job. For those of you in Ashland City, my first job was Stratton's. Whoop, whoop, Miss Stratton's. But my first job was Stratton's, and my first ever boss, who I will not name, but hi, if you're reading this, got on my nerves one night, and I'm not trying to blame this on you, but he got on my nerves one night because we were big jokesters with everyone. But anyway, and so I went home and I smoked a cigarette, and whenever you first start smoking cigarettes, you get the buzz and the da, and you're like, oh my god, this is nice. So then it became my whoopee. I worked in restaurants for so long. I mean, it was the break time. All right, time to go out and smoke a cigarette real quick. I got a second. But now, it didn't affect me then. Obviously, I was much younger, and and my lungs were not killing me, I guess. But now things have obviously definitely changed after about 10 years of smoking. I know some of you out there watching this are probably like, what? I've been smoking for 30 plus years. Yeah, cool. Trust me, I'd be right there with you. But I already inherited bad sinuses, really bad sinuses, and even the non-smokers in my family had bad sinuses. So obviously the smokers in my family, their sinuses are much worse. And I can't breathe. And even though I have aged, obviously, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not like extremely old. And I shouldn't have the health that I have to be as old as I am. So I'm trying to change that. I even quit drinking. For any of you that know me, I am a recovering alcoholic. Practically, I might as well be. But I quit drinking back in October, and I haven't drank at all since. I do have ulcers and such, so that obviously contributed to it. But nonetheless, I'm really trying to completely detoxify my body from all of the chemicals that I willingly put in it, and obviously the chemicals that I don't know that goes into my body. So obviously, smoking in general, you're going to have a lot of chemicals just by smoking cigarettes. I do have nicotine in this, so I'm not totally nicotine free. Don't think I am. I use 12 mix. I actually mix my vape juice because, like we discussed yesterday, I love to have my coffee. Must have my coffee with my beautiful puppy and her ball, yes. But my coffee's sweet. I like Starbucks coffee. I know I'm kind of bougie whenever it comes to coffee, but I like Starbucks coffee with the creme brulee creamer, and that's really sweet. So in the mornings, I can't have a sweet vape, but we use the 6 mil. My boyfriend uses 6 milligrams. I know, but I use Uncle Junk's. That's what it is. Okay. I use Uncle Junk's, the John Wayne series, Genius Juice, and it's 12 mgs. You look at the bottle. I'm getting out of camera. Alright. But this is really good. It's a tobacco flavor, but I mixed that with this. This is all natural. This one right here. This is called Halo, I think. Something like that. It's called Halo Purity. It is American made. The ingredients on this one is the propylene glycol glycerin and N&A flavorings, so natural and artificial flavorings, as well as the nicotine. I am trying to go to completely chemical free. Once again, this is what it looks like. This is harsh. Okay, this is what gives me that I guess sensation of smoking a cigarette because it is harsh. My boyfriend thinks I'm crazy because the Uncle Junk's, the ingredients on this one is nicotine, PG and VG, natural and artificial flavors. But nonetheless, this one it tastes good. It's kind of like a sweet tobacco, but it smells like bacon and maple syrup, or as my boyfriend's mom likes to say it smells like a McGriddle, which it does, but it's really good, but not good with coffee, not good if you're trying to smoke a cigarette. You're going to need a kick from this one. So I mixed those together, and that's how I get this. But originally what I was trying to say was with quitting smoking, I'm really trying to touch my body. So I'm drinking water. I'm trying to get rid of it. I did get an app yesterday. Bring up the name of this app. It tells me it's called Smoke Free. You're not gonna be able to see it, but it's called Smoke Free. But it shows you how much you saved in a year. I've gained 11 life hours. I'm gonna live for 11 extra hours. That's awesome. It has a place for you to put your cravings in here. I haven't really sorry, I'm trying to fix this mess. I know. I didn't brush my hair. I probably shouldn't be on video record. Anyway. Oh, it has a place in here where you can like go to put, alright, well, I'm saving cigarettes. Let me, go in here and put it in this app. I think it's lame. Me personally, hey, to each his own though. That's just me because I don't know, I just think it's lame. But if that helps you, and that's awesome. And I mean, everybody has, their different ways to look at things in order to help them, I guess, see it differently and have a better outcome. On the app, it says that I've resisted one urge and I've resisted many urges. I'm sure for those of you out there who are in the process of quitting smoking, you completely understand where I come from when I say many urges. But anyway, and so technically, since I haven't smoked 3 packs of cigarettes, and I have been smoke free for 47.8 hours. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional on that. That is a feat within itself. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to quit smoking. It is. I mean, especially if you're not in the mindset of I want to quit. If you're not in the mindset of I want to quit, it is 10 times harder than someone who wants to quit. It's stupid. I know. You're probably sitting there like, pardon my French, this is to be probably tacky as hell, but this dumb bitch, like, she enjoys killing herself with all the chemicals that are in there. And trust me, I get it, I understand. I used to look at it the same exact way. But until you're in that spot, and until you love smoking cigarettes, and you have to quit for your health, and obviously, financial reasons as well, like, you don't understand, like, what people like me, or people who are trying to quit smoking in general, go through. It's so hard. I remember whenever I was 16 years old, I worked at the local Walmart, and I was a cashier, and I'm from a small town, like I've already said, so, the Walmart, everybody knows everybody, but small town people are so nice, they're so friendly, even if you don't know them, they'll talk to, the president or the wino, as my nanny says. But I remember I was cashing out, and this man and woman came through, and the man just looked really, I see him in my head like it was yesterday. He looked distraught. So I started talking to him. Well, I'm an empath. If any of you don't know what an empath is, maybe we'll do a video about that more, or maybe check me out on my website. We'll see if maybe I have some stuff up about being an empath. But anyway, not Google it. You'll find out plenty of information. Google knows everything. She is a female, but man and woman come through my line, and the man looks distraught, and I just start having a conversation with him. But come to find out, the man was trying to quit smoking, so he was getting like candies, like the little caramel candies that come in that we used to get them at church and stuff. The old ladies, they'd hand them out. Werther's, that's what the name of them. Love those candies, but he had like some of those and some other stuff. And I'm just talking to him, and it pretty much came about. Sorry, my dog's moving the laptop, but it pretty much came about that he was trying to quit smoking cigarettes. His wife told me, I think he was like 3 days into it, and I mean, a grown ass man, guys, like a grown ass man, looked at me, and he was like, I'm trying to quit. He's like, do you smoke? I'm like, yes, sir. Yeah, 16. Yeah, like we start smoking young, but anyway, I'm like, yes, sir. And he got tears in his eyes, a grown ass man. He's like, you need to stop. He's like, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And it is, like, it is. I wish I would have listened to him then, because then I wouldn't have been smoking nearly as long as I am now, and maybe it wouldn't be so tough. On top of all the damage that I've done to my body, to my lungs, everything that, I mean, it's hard. I'm gonna sit here and keep rambling on and on about how it's hard, but it's a constant battle. I've been battling myself since, what did it say, 48 hours ago? Let me pull that back up. About 40, come on, work with 47.8 hours ago. 47.8 hours ago. I have been fighting myself, and it's been a constant battle, and I'm to the point now. I'm sorry, I know I keep getting emotional, but I'm to the point now where it's like a mental aspect. It's a mental thing where I'm like, all right, well, I haven't smoked this long, so why do you want to go get cigarettes? And then that other part of me is like, hell no, go get you some fucking cigarettes. You know you want a fucking cigarette. Fuck this vape. That's exactly the fight that I'm having. But then the conscious part of me, the part that obviously wants to change and wants to have a healthier life, and you know, heal my temple, fix my temple from the damage that I have caused. That part of me is like something so minute has this big a hold over you. Like, how weak of a person are you to allow nicotine, even though I nicotine here, and all of the chemicals in a cigarette? How weak of an individual I must be if something this big and something, an inanimate object, has this big of a control over me. Like, it's scary. But in my head, I'm stubborn. If anyone out there is watching this that knows me, please comment below about my level of stubbornness. Like, I'm stubborn. I'm bullheaded. My mama's a redhead, okay? If that explains anything, my mama is a redhead, so, I get it honest. But, I'm stubborn, and even though I know smoking cigarettes is bad, I still like to smoke cigarettes. But I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it hard. So hard. They say that the first 72 hours is the hardest. And it is. I don't know if it's going to be easier after that. From what I've read, this could last up to 6 months with detox symptoms and die. For you out there who don't smoke cigarettes, or for you out there who smoke cigarettes and don't think it's that serious, let me tell you what, it is ranked up there with crack and heroin. And I've had fun in my day with experimenting and However, those are two things that I've never done. But honestly, the reason why I have never wanted to try them is because from everything I've ever heard, smoking cigarettes is the equivalent to those drugs. And I know the way that cigarettes carries its hold on me. So I don't ever want to do a drug that is going to carry a hold on me like cigarettes does. Because I'm not into the experimenting anymore. But I'm thinking about a teenager. But I don't want something so minute to have a hold over me. And I refuse to have a weak soul. I refuse to be weak and allow the man, pretty much, to have a hold over me. And I'm not going to do it anymore. And what I mean by that is smoking cigarettes. I'm not going to do it anymore. And even though it sucks, and I miss it, and I want to smoke a cigarette so bad, I think that it's more important for me, obviously to be healthy, but also to not let the industry and the cigarette and the man to have this hold over me. So I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna do it. But wrap this up. It's getting a little long. We're close to 20 minutes. I've got a few chores I need to do around the house, and I want to do another video for you guys. But so far, let's see. Day 1, the pros. No, we'll do cons first. The cons of quitting smoking for day 1. We're gonna do a little recap. Obviously, are gonna be the intense urges. The urges. Let me just tell you something about these urges. The urges are so just debilitating. I don't know if that's the right word. Insert whatever smart ready word you want to. The urges for me to go get a cigarette on day 1 were horrible. Like, I literally could have went outside and gotten all the butts up off the ground outside from unknown people, because I do live in an apartment complex, and put them together and smoked it. rolled it and smoked it, yes. Like, I could have done that. So the urges are probably the worst thing for the first day. The urges and the mood swings, like, I've been so hormonal, so mood swingy, and I know that it's just, my brain's like, we don't have rat poison, like, every hour, every 30 minutes. Like, what are we going to do, with ourselves? My body doesn't know how to act. I mean, I get it. On top of, like, trying to figure out how to react, like, my body is rehealing itself. So it's like, my body is, there's a serious internal, like, my body's working nonstop and it's probably going to be on overdrive for quite some time now. I'm already an insomniac, but that is one of the things that really affected me last night was not smoking cigarettes for some reason. Like, it kept me up worse than normal for me because, like I said, I'm a insomniac. So, but that is one of the downfalls of, not necessarily downfall, but I guess a negative, side effect to detoxing. I've been drinking a lot of water, trying to get the chemicals out of my system faster. It makes sense, but from everything that I've read and researched, if you get the chemicals out, with the exception of nicotine, since I have nicotine here, if you get the chemicals out, then you, like, quicker, then obviously, like, you don't have the urges as bad. So I'm really trying to, like, detox my body. I have a lot of stress. I'm clinically diagnosed with, oh, baby, why are you back? Why? What's wrong?